And I probably look ancient to him. So he's like, no, this old man needs a seat. Oh, there's a monorail. Hello. Monorail. I need new material. I'm here at Tokyo Disneyland, and I'm going to give you context as to what these lines mean that you see all over social media going into Tokyo Disneyland, Tokyo DisneySea, because the videos I see don't give the full context, and I want you to have the full context. So we're going to go and check them all out today. So it's currently 7:18 in the morning. It's a little rainy, and the weather's not too bad. It's about 15 degrees Celsius right now. And we're heading over to the monorail to get to, well, to show you the lines at Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo DisneySea. I'm not going into the park, I'm just going to be showing you the lines. And it's not too bad today. Today's, what, Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Ikspiari's not even open. It doesn't open until, I think they start letting people in around 8. And most things don't open until like 9 or 10. But we're going to pop on the monorail here. If you want, you can buy a day ticket or a single ride ticket here with cash. I'm not doing that today. I'm just going to be using my Suica card to get onto the monorail this morning. I'm a little tired this morning. I got up about an hour and a half earlier than I typically do. I try to go to bed early. I try. I was too busy watching The Crown. It was getting really good. I'm on season 4. The monorail stations do get a little busy in the mornings. I usually just end up going all the way to the end. Less people end up going there. Most people kind of start piling to the front and then in the middle. So we're going to head all the way to the back. Here it comes. In the mornings, they will run the monorails every 3 to 5 minutes because there's just so many people. And then midday kind of varies, sometimes even up to like 10, 11 minutes. Oh, we didn't get the Duffy one. There's a special Duffy one. Well, I'm going to be getting off at Tokyo Disneyland Station, so maybe I'll see the Duffy one then. I will never grow tired of these handles. So cute. I love them. There's my Hama station.
Welcome to Tokyo Disney Resort.
They're doing some construction in the front here. Kind of needed it.
Tokyo Disneyland Station.
And you see that building there. I love when Mickey speaks Japanese. That's Bon Voyage. They have a lot of the merchandise there. And you don't need a park ticket to go in. So on social media, you probably have seen the line, like a line all the way over here, and people start freaking out about it. Well, you don't see one now. The reason is because the security doesn't open till about 7 a.m. So people have to line up here, which we'll see in a second. So that's why it looks very long. But security is opened, so people don't pile up there. They kind of come over here.
We are now arriving at Tokyo Disneyland.
So you can see the line. The line's way over there. Okay, I see what they're doing. So security's not even open yet. Oh, that's weird. I guess they're opening it up later. My guess is 7:30. It's almost 7:30, so my guess is that's what they're doing. Well, it's usually 7 or 7:30. Like, things don't always open at the exact same time with these lines and stuff. So this isn't too bad. But sometimes it'll wrap like from there and go all the way up there. But today it is not too bad. But even when you see it like way up there, that is because these are not open yet. So once this opens, there'll be pretty much no lines here. And then across from over here, see all those guests? Those are hotel entry guests into Tokyo Disneyland. So the happy entry guests. So they all line up there, because then they're gonna go in through the middle up here. So the security's right under here. They'll use that security, and then that's where you go for the happy entry, 15 minutes. Some people love to get there really early. Like, I'm talking 2 hours ahead of time before the time you get to go in. I'm not that kind of person, but if you are, yeah, that's totally fine. It's totally up to you. And we're gonna pop on the other side as well. because there's also a line from the parking garage. The weather's also not great today, so that also affects people getting here early and stuff too. Feels like anytime I need to film outside, it's always raining. So that is the line from the parking garage, and that kind of goes over there. Most of you watching this are probably not going to use that unless you live here or you've rented a car or something. So most of you aren't going to be waiting in that line anyway. So there's all the happy entry people just waiting. I'm always asked, like, when should I line up and everything? It all really depends, and I usually say, like, just as a baseline for most people, an hour and a half before park opens, typically fine. So, like, the park will open, I'll explain in a second, at 9 a.m. And if you're here at like 7:30, you're usually more than fine on most days. And then for the happy entry people, whatever time it says that you get to go in, because it changes every day, an hour before that I think is perfectly acceptable. Because as a hotel guest, like, you're paying to have things done easily for you, especially if you're on a vacation package. So I don't think you need to like stress yourself out that much, because you're gonna have a lot of stuff taken care of for you with the vacation packages already. But when you're a regular day guest, you know, a good hour and a half I think is perfectly acceptable. The monorail's coming, so we're going to pop on that and head on over to DisneySea. I just want to tell you about our guidebook to Tokyo Disney Resort, our 2020-25, 2026 guidebook, and our snack guide. They're available on our website. They have everything you need to know to plan your trip. I talk about the lines, I talk about food, hotels, vacation packages, strategies, everything. There's a lot of information. It is the most comprehensive guidebook on Tokyo Disney Resort, guidebooks, I should say. Head on over to our website, tdrexplore.com/books, or scan the QR code on the screen. Make sure you go and check them out, okay? Now let's get on the monorail. 7:30, they're letting people in. So everyone's going to go line up there. Okay, we're going to get on the monorail. Yep, there goes everybody. Every time I'm on the monorail, I tend to show Space Mountain. Here's the construction of Space Mountain 2.0. The old one is pretty much gone. Wow, that's wild to see. I know I say it every time. The old Space Mountain's gone. They tore it down, and here's the new one. Yep. And then we have over here the Fantasy Springs Hotel. So I know people ask like which room to get. We can see those rooms. Those rooms, I can't remember exactly what they're called, but if you look on the website, they have a map. Those are the rooms that face the parking lot. So you don't have the best view, but those are typically the cheaper rooms. For Fantasy Springs Hotel, I still think it's worth it, even though they changed everything for Fantasy Springs in terms of it's easier to get in now. Because you have 15-minute early entry as a hotel guest, and you get access right into the park, or into Fantasy Springs. So you're going to get into Fantasy Springs before anybody else, even other hotel guests that aren't staying at this hotel with 15-minute early entry, because they have to come from the front of the park. You're right in Fantasy Springs, so you can probably knock out Frozen and Rapunzel before the first guests even get there. So keep that in your back pocket. I have a video showing all the changes at Fantasy Springs, so you can go and check that out once you're done watching this video. So let's see what the line looks like on the one side. Because there's two sides, like two entrances. So this is where a lot of the tour buses stop. Alright, that's not too bad. It doesn't look like security's open though. No. So they're not letting park guests in yet. So here you pretty much have to wait until they open the park. Yeah, there's no one. But we're gonna get off here and just like look at a nice empty DisneySea. The calm before the storm, if you will. Oh, I forgot it's too early. They don't open the terrace just yet. Okay, well. I'll go back to my standing spot. There we go. It's nice. It's gonna focus. There we are. Very beautiful. Very serene. The other entrance is on this side, so we'll pop on the monorail and I'll show that side of the line. Love it. Oh, it's the Duffy one. Yes. Oh, it's so cute. Look at that.
The doors on the right.
Love it.
Please stay clear.
I like the bubbles. I think that's cute. Although I'm a little sad they didn't decorate these this time. They usually have these with the Duffy.
Will now close.
The Duffy handles. They didn't do that. Aww. All right. Okay. This side looks a little bit worse. So the long line, can you see over here? That is where the hotel guests go, the happy entry. So the line's a little bit long, yeah. So if you have happy entry and not staying in Fantasy Springs Hotel, that's the line that you will be using. We're gonna do another lap and just see how the line evolves. So that's the Maihama Amphitheater. That's where they have the Beauty and the Beast Broadway show. It's only in Japanese, but if you can, make some time to go see it. This theater used to be a Cirque du Soleil show a long time ago, but the show stopped after 2011 after the big earthquake. They've tried to do other stuff in here, but the Beauty and the Beast show has been sticking around for a few years now. Hope it sticks around for a while. And then here we have the Disney Ambassador Hotel. I did a video on this, oh my goodness, a long time ago, 2017 I think. I'll pop it up on the screen, you can go check it out. The rooms really haven't changed all that much. Also, you can see how cringe my videos were at one point. And here's Ikspiari. Would you want me to do a video on Ikspiari, like where to eat and where to shop and stuff? Let me know in the comments, I would love to know. It's a very confusing mall. The layout is incredibly confusing. I think they're trying to be ambitious with it, and it's just, I don't know. I don't think it worked. But we're gonna stay on the monorail here. So we're gonna go around and see how the line is doing for Tokyo Disneyland. So as we know, security is open, and it's about 7:50 in the morning now. Okay, not too bad. But remember, again, the rain is kind of keeping people away. And it is a Tuesday. My guess, if the rain wasn't happening, it'd be a little bit more busier here, there'd be more people. So people will be coming a little bit later. So this isn't too bad, in my opinion. It does get worse sometimes. But that's the thing with the crowds. Things vary so much. I know I get asked a lot, Chris, what's the best day to avoid the crowds? And it's hard to pinpoint because it can change. Like, weather really does affect it, right? And that's something you're not really going to know how it's going to be until pretty much the day of, because it can change. But my golden rules is always avoid national holidays. It's not a national holiday, it's just a regular Tuesday. And most weekends, avoid them. It's just going to be busy. But sometimes Saturday is not as busy as like some weekdays, just because the tickets on the weekends are the most expensive. And then there's also national holidays and stuff. You got to avoid those. I do talk about it in the guidebook. I know I already mentioned the guidebook, but in my guidebook I talk about all these strategies on when to decide when to visit and what works for your schedule. Because I know everyone has different needs and everything, so I go over all of that kind of stuff. All right, we're gonna wait around a little bit here and then get back on the monorail. So I exited the gates because I need to get a picture, and I decided I'm gonna get a one-day ticket because I'm gonna be popping in and out. I thought I wouldn't, but here we are. But I've mentioned this in other videos, but you want to get a one-day ticket, or not a ticket, but the pass, one-day pass to unlimited rides for the day. If you look at the different designs on the top here, that's the design you'll get. And I wanted the 42nd anniversary, and I totally forgot today is the anniversary of Tokyo Disney Resort, April 15th. So that's actually perfect. So one-day pass is 700 yen. So you just have to ride it more than twice, because it's 300 yen per ride. And you get a 2-day, 3-day, 4-day pass. There we go. It's starting to fill up. But here's a pro tip for you. Always come to the far right side. Everyone tends to pile up over there. You can see over there. Yeah, people pile up over there because they're usually coming from over here. You can see the hotel guests. There's not a lot there. But But yeah, take the time to walk all the way over here if you're here early, because there's less people. You can see, I usually go all the way over there. So pro tip, go over there, okay? Don't follow everyone over there. No, 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 no. Rookie mistake. Go over here. My guess is they're probably going to open up the park probably closer to 9, but we'll see. Okay, I'm going to get on the monorail again. I feel like I'm collecting Pokemon, collecting them all. Now we have the green one. Why don't we actually move over to the other side? You can see there's a Ferris wheel over there in the distance. That's one station over there. That's Kasai Rinkai Koinen. It's a beautiful park. So if you want to get out of Disney and maybe go one station down, head over there. It's a beautiful park to walk around. And these are the other hotels. Other official hotels in the area. You can't really go wrong with a lot of them. Like, you don't have to stay at a Disney hotel if you want to save some money. And the Grand Nico, this is actually a pretty decent hotel. I stayed here once. I didn't make a video, but I need to do a video on this place. But this was like a rebranded hotel. It was named something else, like My Home of the First or something strange. But they redid it a few years ago. It's quite nice inside. And then of course there's the Hilton over here. A Western chain, right? Or international chain, I suppose. And then right beside it, we have the brightly colored Toy Story Hotel, which I did do a video on, so I'll put up on the screen. You can go and watch that. It's a wonderful hotel. I think it's the most fun themed hotel at Tokyo Disney. Then we have the Hotel Okura right next door. It's a classic hotel. And then right beside it is the Sheraton Hotel. Beautiful. That's exactly how I want to frame my shot. Here's a better look at the Sheraton. I know a lot of people say the Sheraton or the Hilton because they have points and stuff. So if it works for you, it works for you. Go for it. I feel like we're racing this bus. I feel like we're going to win. Oh, I haven't looked at this parking lot in a while. This is where they used to have a lot of the fancy springs, like architecture stuff. Now it's just a parking lot. Also, if you're staying in this area, right along here, it's a path. So it goes all the way around to the front of the resort. So if you're a runner or something, you can run in the mornings, and that's actually the ocean right there. That's Tokyo Bay. So it's about 8:02. Oh yeah, we can see the line. Oh, it hasn't gone that much bigger. Yeah, the light rain is definitely affecting things. Almost everybody got off the monorail. That's funny. See how the lines are going. So remember, it's just after 8 o'clock. Yeah, this side is pretty bad. Well, maybe not the same. They started letting the happy entry people in through security, but I don't think the park is open yet. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna head into Ikspiari and grab something to eat. Eat really quickly and then get back on the monorail and go around and see when they open the park. I think they're probably gonna open it at 8:30 for hotel guests and then 8:45 for everybody else. But it changes every day, so I really don't know, but we'll see. But I do need to eat. Gotta take care of myself, right? And looking out the other side, that's where people live. Yeah. Like, those people can walk to Disney. You can see the Sky Tree way over there. The reflection's a little hard to see, but you can see the Sky Tree way in the distance. Me and 4 other people who got off the monorail. Oh, 6. Have fun at the park. Hopefully the rain stops. It's supposed to in about an hour. So we're gonna head down into Ikspiari. I don't think the entrance into Ikspiari is open yet. No, it's not. They've been doing construction on this for a while. I think they're doing something. Oh, I think are they adding an escalator? No. Oh, okay, I thought they were. I thought they're adding another escalator because this gets pretty crowded too. I'm going to use my pass to get out. Enjoy the park. I'm going to go get breakfast. That's what I'm going to do. Remember when the gates were closed? So they're open now. They usually open them around 8, but most things are not open yet. Like the only thing is like Starbucks and maybe a couple of the other coffee shops. Oh, that's not even open yet. They haven't even opened those gates yet, those doors. But doesn't matter. We're not going there. We're going downstairs, or first floor. This is technically the second floor. It's very confusing. That's where the confusion starts, because like this is all the second floor, even when you get out at Maihama Station. I'm going to McDonald's. I know. But it's either that or Starbucks. There's a Starbucks down here, and I'm not a pastry person in the morning. I need something a little more hearty. And I thought I would treat myself. Funny story about this McDonald's. So this opened, I think in 2021, the end of 2021. This used to be our annual pass center. It's so weird to think, because we haven't had annual passes in 5 years. They have not brought them back, and I don't know if they ever will. I would just love to be able to pop into the park whenever I like. I know that's very much a first world problem. But funny story with this. So like when I'm having McDonald's here, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, you know what? I used to get my picture for my annual pass where the nugget fries are now. It's such a weird thing to think. I don't know. Anyway, let's get inside, have some breakfast. There's no shame in getting McDonald's, okay? Don't let anyone shame you. Nope. So breakfast of champions, right? So I got a Coke Zero. This is the large, which is I guess a medium back in Canada. Not sure about the US. And you can get chicken nuggets for breakfast. So I got mustard sauce. And then I love this sandwich. I bring it every spring. Breakfast sandwich. It's a teddy tama. I'll just open it up and I'll show you what's inside. Listen, I know it doesn't look appetizing, but it's basically a sausage egg McMuffin with lettuce and mayonnaise. And I love it so much. It's so good. Yum. The only problem with this burger or sandwich is it's very messy, especially for me, someone who has a beard. This whole thing costs 720-ish yen or something, which is like $5, $5 US dollars roughly. What I do miss though, like I like the mustard here. What I miss back home from Canada is the hot mustard that they have at McDonald's. When I worked at McDonald's 20 years ago, I'm turning 40 this year. Over 20 years ago when I worked at McDonald's, I got obsessed with hot mustard sauce for nuggets. So whenever I get nuggets when I go back to Canada, I always get hot mustard, always. You can hear Star Wars music out there, because they have some decorations in Ikspiari with Star Wars, because Star Wars Celebration is this weekend. Now that we're done, we're going to head on back to the monorail. Yeah, it's just about 8:30, so we'll see what the situation is. So there's a McDonald's, there's the stairs that came down, and the Starbucks is down over there. So we're going to head back up to the monorail. Look, the rain has gone away, and people just keep flooding in. That was a rain joke. Getting the use out of this today. Oh. So I've tried this. It's okay. I don't think it tastes as good as my apple tea soda in the park. It's made by the same company, but it's just apple tea. It doesn't have the soda. That's what's missing, is the soda. I mean, it's a good alternative because it's not in the park, so you can only get apple tea soda in the park. I think about apple tea soda a lot, if you haven't noticed. I love this map. I can hear the monorail. I'm not going to make it, this one, so I just thought, you know what, I'll stop here and admire this map. Did they update it? No, they have not. I mean, this would not probably be the easiest to update. I hope they do. Because, you know, Space Mountain. Oh, this has not been updated in a while. A very long time. Okay, well. If they haven't updated for Beauty and the Beast, I don't think they're going to be updating it anytime soon. It's still very beautiful, though. The artwork is great. I am truly collecting all the monorails now. I have the pink one. I think these monorails like different Pokemon. You know, some of them come in different colors, but not much else has changed. pretty much what this is. Oh, life is strange. I'm riding a pink monorail with Mickey Mouse on it and Mickey Mouse handles. Recording a video telling you about lines. If you would have told me 20 years ago this is what I'd be doing. Well, first of all, I would have not understood what you were talking about. And number two, wouldn't believe you. This young kid, this teenager offered me their seat and I just thought, oh, that's nice. And then I thought, oh, did I look like I needed it? No, it was a nice gesture. I'm just being silly. I'm turning 40 and I still think I'm in my 20s. Like, I feel like I'm in my 20s still, most days. My knees tell me otherwise, but, such a strange feeling. Anyway, look at that. Oh, that is so gorgeous. I love it. Yeah, the rain is letting up, which is nice. The kid behind me is like, oh my goodness, that's Cinderella's castle. It's beautiful. So it was about 8:40 in the morning. My guess is the park is probably going to be either they started letting hotel guests in already or they haven't. Nope. All right. That's still not too bad, but there's still a lot of people. No, they have not let people in yet. Oh, you can see characters though. There's characters at the very front. Ooh, I'm gonna get off here. So this is the current line situation, around 8:40 in the morning. A little hard to see. Maybe we can zoom in a little bit with the 4K, but you can see there's Goofy over there. I saw Minnie. Mickey and Minnie are over there. So if you're like the first person, like first people at the front, like you saw those people running before at the very beginning, you could get some character photos. I'm still laughing. It was so sweet of that kid to give me his seat. He must have been like 14, 15. And my thought was like, oh, no, it's okay. I don't need to sit. And then I'm like, wait, I'm almost 40 and I probably look ancient to him. So he's like, no, this old man needs a seat. We have medallion makers here. So they have medallion makers all over the resort, inside and outside the parks. They're not called pressed pennies because, pennies don't exist in Japan. So they have different designs. The monorail stations have them, so it's worth checking out. Look at that. Look at my boys. 2025 resort line. Love it. Love it. So there is the line for the hotel guests. So yeah, they're not letting them in yet. Yeah, I'm guessing 8:45. We'll just wait here and see. Oh, I can see Mickey and Minnie. There we go. I'm going to use my phone and zoom in here. There you go. You can see them. Look at that. Look at them. Oh, bye. That's so cute. Oh, I love that. Oh, there's Clarice. Hi, Clarice. Hello. How are you? I love you. Clarice, I love you. You're my idol. Icon. Legend. Oh. Most of the time when I get here, a little bit early, most days it does kind of look like this. Like, as I said before security, it could look really bad, but that's because no one's lined up here. But once people start dispersing, it's not that bad. Yep. And just like clockwork, 8:45, yeah, they're letting them in. Letting hotel guests in. Yeah, looks like they're overflowing some of the hotel guests over there, because I know someone's going to notice that. Yeah, those are hotel guests. I'm keeping an eye on it. So that's not regular guests yet. It's hotel guests. Gets them in quicker. That's really good. Oh yeah, you'll get in there very quickly as a hotel guest. Like, even if you're back here, you'd still get in really quickly. I don't think you need to be at the very front. Unless you want to. That's totally up to you. If you want to get pictures and stuff. Like, I'm not judging. For me personally, I probably extra sleep and all that fun stuff, There we go. See, it moves really quickly. Just have your tickets ready. You're good to go. It's actually kind of fun to watch. I'm usually the one down there. Huh. And yeah, you can go on the rides and everything. Go over to Beauty and the Beast, get that done, all that stuff. So they're probably going to do the same thing at DisneySea. So I'll be missing the hotel guests going in. Not that I could really see it from the monorail anyway, just because of where it's positioned and everything. But I'm going to wait here until most of it dissipates and see what happens. This is very fascinating. I can see some people are confused. They're not sure where to go. Cast members will only be speaking in Japanese, so unless you understand Japanese, you might not understand what they're saying. But just follow hand gestures and stuff. Like, I mean, even if you just showed up now, you'd still get in really quickly. Like, I don't think you're saving that much time getting, waiting, that line that I showed you earlier. I don't think you're saving that much time. Like, you're just, to me, you could be spending that time to have breakfast or something like that, But of course, this is just a snapshot in time. It can, this is not particularly busy, so it could be busy. So, it all just depends. But as I've started to learn in life, any decision is better than no decision. So just make a decision and just stick with it and try not to stress too much about what you decide and just deal with it as it comes, because life is very unexpected and you just gotta deal with it. Man, they're moving quick. I love that. Oh, everyone had their tickets ready because you know what? I bet you 90% of the people here watch my videos and they know how to be prepared. So they know what to do when they get to these turnstiles. They know what they should be doing. I'm joking. I don't think 90% of the people actually watch my videos, but I know a lot of you do, and I really do appreciate it. Seriously. I love what I do, and I am so appreciative that I get to do this. Oh, now they're letting regular guests. Oh, wait. No, not yet. They're just moving regular guests up on the side so you can see. See them moving up. Well, we're going to pop over to DisneySea because I want to see how the lines are going over there. Because, once I start letting them in, this will start dissipating. We'll come back. Don't worry. We'll come back. Let's go on the monorail. Monorail. That never gets old. Which color am I getting today? Any bets? Not that I'm a betting man. Which color do you think? Oh, pink. Okay, pink. Well, eventually you start getting the same ones over and over again, right? There's only so many. All right, enjoy Disneyland. Have an apple tea soda for me, green onion mochi, get a calzone from Pan Galactic, ride Beauty and the Beast, go ride It's a Small World. Please, go do it all. And here we have Space Mountain. And over here, Fantasy Springs Hotel. I have tons of videos on Fantasy Springs, so go and watch those. Okay? Thank you. Frozen is wonderful, though. That's such a wonderful attraction. It's so crazy to think that Frozen and Beauty and the Beast are pretty much back to back. Like when you're in there on either side, it's hard to imagine. Fun fact, this is where the Nordic area was supposed to go at DisneySea, where they're going to put Frozen in. That was when they announced that 2015, and then it never happened, and that turned into what is now Fantasy Springs. It's always interesting to see how things change. It is 8:58, so they should be letting guests into the park very soon. So the line got a little bit longer. Yeah. That's not too bad. We will do another lap as well to show everything. Oh yeah, so they let guests into there, but they're not in the park yet. It's just hotel guests. Well, we'll get off here and we'll see what the line is.
Let's enter, then we'll buy some general first.
Well, we'll get off here and just watch people start flooding in at 9 a.m. And just like clockwork, 9 a.m., there's the normal day guests. And they are flooding in. flooding in. It's gonna take another like 15 minutes to get to Fantasy Springs. I bet you most of them are going to Fantasy Springs because that is what people start doing. Like, you know, brisk walk, that's cool, but don't full on run, it's dangerous. Please don't do that. Oh my goodness, I'm turning into a dad, aren't I? But I do, I want everyone to be safe. So let's see what the wait time is right now for the attractions at Fantasy Springs. So hotel guests will already have, like Fantasy Springs hotel guests will already be on the rides and stuff. So way over here. Oh, they haven't updated it yet. Really? Come on. Oh, they're not opening them until 9. Interesting, okay. Well, you can still line up, so that's cool. Duffy again. We're on the Duffy one again. Let's go on this side. There's my boy Duffy. Buddy, you don't look 20. I want to know your routine. What's your routine? So cute. Look at them. Oh, Duffy and Olumel. Love them. Okay. Oh, let's move away from the speaker. All right, so there's the line. Nice and orderly. Yeah, the side's pretty long too. So that's currently what it is at 9 o'clock. Everyone seems to show up like closer to 9. I'll talk about like a strategy at the end of the video. All right, so they just updated the times. My gimbal is kind of like sideways because we're moving. So Frozen's at 80 and everything else is at 10. And passes are still available. I mean, they will be for a while. So it looks like they didn't open everything until 9 today. Okay, so it is 9:07. So we'll see what the line situation is like. Oh yeah, it's dissipating pretty quickly. That's not too bad. 9:07. And let's see what the other side looks like. It's going to be the same. Yep, the same. We're going to stay on this time and head to DisneySea again and see how quickly things move. Hey, did you know that our old Space Mountain's gone? And the new one's opening in 2027, which you see right here? And look, it's Fantasy Springs Hotel. I've read this so many times this morning. So it is currently 9:15. Yeah, 9:15 in the morning. And here's what the line looks like now.
And then we can go on it at 8:30.
It's moving. Yeah.
Okay.
It's shorter.
Okay, well, I see all the good rides in here.
Oh, look, that's the line to get on, guys.
What?
Most people got off, so I can do this with no people. Olumel and Stella Lou and Cookie Ann. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right, I'm gonna sit down. Oof. Oh, almost forgot. We gotta look at this side too. Okay. Not terrible. There's people talking about this behind me earlier, and they're like, I saw on TikTok this. Like, yep, that's why I'm making these videos, so I can explain how this stuff works. It is currently 9:21, and you can see this, look, no line. No line whatsoever. No, Siri, I'm not talking to you. So Beauty and the Beast, 120. Baymax, 50. Who is not up yet? 13 for Haunted Mansion, 20 for Splash, 15 for Big Thunder, 5 for Pirates. So yeah, the longest wait is Beauty and the Beast. Is there Premier Access? Yeah, there's Premier Access available. I can't check what it's available because I'm not in the park. So as normal, you know, the Beauty and the Beast attraction is the most popular. But I mean, if you showed up now and got in, and then if you don't mind spending more money, just get the Premier Access. Then you don't have to. No, then you don't have to be here that early if the, like, this is the goal. You know, if you just care about this ride or something and don't mind spending money, you could just do that. Or if you want to get here early and you save yourself that money, that's also okay too. Nothing wrong with that. Whatever works for you. Bum, bada, bum, 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 bum. Ding. Oh, Monorail's already coming back. All right. Yeah, about 9:21. Not too bad. Oh, there's a monorail. Hello. Monorail. I need new material. I'm going back. I'm really getting my money's worth out of this. Otherwise, I'd be paying 300 yen every single time, which we're not doing that. No. Move to the side to let people off. That's what you do in Japan. Move to the side, let people off. So it's nice and orderly. And here we have Space Mount. You know, I'm not going to do it anymore. Let's look this way. Round and round we go. And the line is still kind of long for DisneySea. It looks like a school group. So it's not fully dissipated yet, but it's starting to get lower. Oh my goodness. That was really piercing. So yeah, 9:30. So we'll wait until maybe about 10 and see how the line is. And the monorail emptied again. We'll look at the other side here. And here's the lines on the other side. Still kind of long, yeah. Slowly moving. It doesn't move as quick as Disneyland. As for what side to choose, just pick a side. One side doesn't really move faster than the other. It's almost impossible. It's kind of like at a grocery store, you know, you try to decide which line is faster. Just pick one and go. I'm gonna get off at not my home station, Resort Gateway Station. I need to use the washroom. I've been going around and around on this so much. I decide I'm gonna walk from the Resort Gateway Station to Tokyo Disneyland Station just to take in the sun and also just like let the lines dissipate because I was kind of checking them pretty quickly, so just let the lines dissipate so we can see what they look like around 10 a.m. Bon Voyage, which I was talking about earlier, let's pop in there really quick, look at some of the stuff, and then we'll head on over to the Tokyo Disneyland Station. Oh, cute. They have the Donald Duck event merchandise out here. Oh, that's really cute. My boys. I'm going to be doing a video on the Donald Duck event at Disneyland in a separate video, so I'll go through all the merchandise then. Yeah, there's some cute stuff. Look at that, Pete. Ooh, I see Donald and Minnie and Mickey. Oh, they're so cute. Look at Donald. Yeah, there's tons of other merchandise. Oh, and they have food and wine merchandise here too. Look at my boys, and they're riding a big grape. A bunch of grapes. That's a cute little cushion. I'm gonna do a video on all the food and wine stuff as well. So keep an eye out for that. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, okay? So you don't miss the videos and all that. Okay. So cute. So cute. The wind is very strong. Or in Japanese, you can say, "Kaze tsuyoi." Kaze is wind, and tsuyoi is strong. Kaze tsuyoi. 今日の風強いですよね. I sound like my personality is a little bit different when I speak in Japanese. I don't know why I went like this, but yeah, like I find when I speak Japanese, my personality is a little bit different. I guess because I can't express myself fully how I can in English. Like I'm not completely fluent in Japanese, but I can get the point across. I'm not as nice, or not nice, what's the word? I'm not as whimsical, I guess, with my words in Japanese as I am in English. I try. Sometimes I sound like a toddler when I'm speaking because like I have to explain something like, I don't know. As you can see, not a lot of people. Not very busy. This is nice and leisurely. This is what I prefer. Tokyo Disneyland Hotel. I've done videos on the hotels. Like I've stayed at every hotel at the resort. I have to update some of the videos, but a lot of the rooms haven't changed, so I have a playlist of all the hotels, so you can go and watch that later if you want. You can check out the different types of rooms. This one has the Beauty and the Beast room, and the Tinkerbell room, and the Cinderella room. I stayed in a room up in that place, that little tower thing there, that alcove. Here we are, back at Tokyo Disneyland Station. Oh, that is going down. They changed the direction on me. I'm taking stairs. Okay, fine. I usually go to the gym in the morning, so I guess this is my workout. Okay, fine, I won't complain. Yeah, so what time is it? It is just after 10? Yeah, 10:09. Let's walk right in. Here we go again. Which color are we getting today? I'm gonna say green. I'm gonna say green for this one. Here comes the resort liner. I don't remember what color I said. Green? I think I said green. Oh no, it is the Duffy one. You know what, I'll take it. You know what, I feel like the Duffy one's like the wild card anyway, so you know what? Everybody wins. Alright, let's get on this and see what it's like at DisneySea. Look at that, everyone's inside. Riding Beauty and the Beast, having apple tea soda, trying the green alien mochi. Yes. And there it is, again. Space Mountain. Okay, let's get to DisneySea. It is currently 10:20 in the morning. So you'll see what the line is like right here. Oh yeah, look at that. 10:20, line is pretty much gone. Oh yeah, gone. You can just walk right in. My guess is probably around 10-ish is when the line was pretty much gone. So you can just kind of stroll in if you're not too worried about being here early for everything. They still don't have those open. I guess maybe because it's windy today. It's maybe why they don't have it open. But I'm not getting off here. We're going to check out the other side. Oh, Duffy, we've been on so many adventures together, haven't we? So cute. And look, no line. All done. No lines. Alright, let's see what the wait times are like. Alright, so Disneyland, 120 for Beauty and the Beast. Still, yeah. Everything else, I'll just skip that stuff. I know everyone wants to see Fantasy Springs. So 120 for Frozen and 120 for Rapunzel. Let's see. The passes are gone. They probably lasted till about 9:30 or 10. That's my guess. Now there's still passes available for Rapunzel. Yeah, if you watch my other video that I did about the changes, I talk about like my strategy and stuff in there and what to do. 90 minutes for Indiana Jones, 90 for Journey, 120 for Soaring, 70 for Toy Story, 80 for Tower of Terror. Yeah. Silly Chris. Let's check the passes for Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, there's still passes available for Beauty and the Beast. Probably later in the day, but still, like they're still available. That's good. Honestly, for me personally, my threshold, if a wait time is like under 60 or 70 minutes, I will wait in the line for it. If it's over that, then I will consider buying the skip the line pass, so the DPA here. So in this case, I guess I'd buy it for all three. I'd probably wait for this to go down, honestly, Peter Pan. That will probably go down. But I would definitely get it for Frozen if I could, if I was there early enough. Rapunzel, maybe. Like the ride is short, like if you want to look at it that way. Like it's a 2-minute ride, I think, 2-3 minute ride. But then remember, there's also the free passes, like the anniversary passes that you can grab independently of the DPA. And you can get one every 2 hours, so you can grab one for Indiana Jones. Whoops. Oh, I just gave it away where I am. Resort Gateway Station. I'm in Ikspiari, and they have stuff like advertisements up for Star Wars. It's what, Disney Plus? Yeah, Disney Plus, and also they're showing all the movies. well, like the mainline movies at the cinema here. I think they start playing today, actually. They did Rogue One a few weeks ago. I didn't get to see it. Yeah, there's a lot of Star Wars activity. I wish it was more, though. Mandalorian, love it. Oh, yes, loved Andor. And I loved Ahsoka as well. Actually, yeah, those are probably two of my favorites. We're going to pop into the store, and there's something I want to show you really quick. Yeah, they have some, the new like Sleepy merchandise stuff. Cute. I don't really feel like waiting in line for that. Maybe I'll come back later. But there's something over here I wish to show you. So they have Lorcana. They carry Lorcana. It's Japanese versions. Doesn't look like they're out of the booster boxes, but they have like the starter ones. So they have the first two like releases. Oh no, they just have the second release available here. Rise of the Floodborn. So they got the two types available. You can only buy up to 3, it says. So it's basically 2,200 yen, which is like what, $17 US, something like that. They had more, but they've been sold out, right? You can find Lorcana at like different card stores everywhere in Japan, so not just the Disney stores. They don't have them in Tokyo Disney anymore. But if you go to someplace like Akihabara, they'll have the big card shops that carry more Lorcana stuff. They'd have a better selection than this, in my opinion. And they have some Star Wars stuff set up. Finally. I'm still not over this. They got rid of Guzman y Gomez. For those of you from Australia, Australians out there, you know Guzman y Gomez, the Tex-Mex place. They had one here, and it was here for so long, and now it's gone. And it's turning into a WeGo, which is a used clothing store. Why? That was like my go-to restaurant here. Still not over it. It closed in January. Still not over it. I wanted to show you, so this is all the Star Wars films that they're showing. And they're the English versions with Japanese subtitles. Most of them are sold out. I think like the original trilogy, because they're doing 2 showings of each film in blocks. And I'm like, these ones are the most popular. These ones are not. There's a lot of seats available for 7, 8, 9, but 4, 5, 6, yeah, hard to see. These ones are kind of, they're almost full. But I'm sure if you're here for Star Wars Celebration, you're not going to be watching them because you're going to be doing other things. Wicked's still playing. Love it. Okay, I'm going to move away so I don't get hit with the copyright. My editor, Kyle, will hate me if I do. I know he's sitting there at his computer shaking his head. He has information on that stuff, yeah. You can kind of guess episode 1, 2, if you can't read Japanese. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. I'm out at one of the gardens here in Ikspiari. There's nobody here. So just to kind of recap everything that I told you, because I know I threw a lot of information out at you. So do you need to be there early? The answer is it depends on what you wish to accomplish. So if you're someone who wants to be there super early, be ahead of everyone and kind of start up your day, then yes, you should probably get there, like I said before, hour and a half early. And if you have happy entry, if you want to, get there an hour before your happy entry, and you should be perfectly fine. And if you're someone who's, not in a rush for anything, don't show up right at park open. As you saw, the lines, that's kind of when everybody arrives, and it just congests everything. So if you're not too fussed about being able to get all the passes, especially for like Fantasy Springs, as you saw, it was just Frozen that was not available. They might show up later in the day. They sometimes release more. To my knowledge, they don't have a set time. It just kind of happens. So you could luck out. And as you saw, if you arrive 9:30, 10 o'clock, you can just pretty much walk right in without all that muss and fuss with the stuff earlier in the day. But like I said, depends on what you wish to accomplish with all of that. I would either show up early like that, or show up later. Don't show up in the middle, because that's when everyone does. That's kind of my general rule with all of that. As for the happy entry, just to kind of clarify some things, because I get a lot of questions about that. So typically the attractions are not open during the 15 minutes for those guests, but you can get to the attraction and wait for it to open. But when you're in the park, as soon as you get into the park with that 15-minute happy entry, you can start buying Disney Premier Access. So at DisneySea, you can buy it right away for Frozen. If you're at Disneyland, you can buy it right away for Beauty and the Beast. And you can also start making your way to the attraction and wait for it to open. and then you can kind of be ahead of the game. Yeah, if that's something you wish to do. Now, if you're someone who has a vacation package, you can of course, take advantage of the happy entry. For me personally, I don't think you really need to. You're paying all that extra money for the vacation package to have a very chill time. So maybe use it for one of your days, just to kind of see how it is, get to lay the land, things like that. But for the other days, like, honestly, I personally probably wouldn't bother, because with your vacation package, you probably already have booked, frozen with your vacation package. So you already have your pre-booked time for that. Same thing at Disneyland with Beauty and the Beast and stuff. So I guess long story short, what I'm saying, it all kind of depends on what your goals are and what you want to, I guess, lack of a better term, deal with, right? There's so many ways you can do this. No way is the wrong way. So don't let anyone tell you that what you're doing is not the right way and their way is the only way. I used to say that a lot when I was younger, like, no, you must do it this way. If you don't do it this way, it's completely wrong. I've changed my thinking. Everyone does everything differently. So I tried to show you all the different scenarios that you could potentially run into. This video went on a lot longer than I anticipated, but I love making these videos. I really do. And I know I haven't been putting out a lot as much as I would like. I haven't talked about this a lot, but I've been dealing with some health issues and it's been preventing me from being able to come out and do these videos, but I'm starting to feel a lot better. And honestly, these videos just give me so much energy. I love creating, I really do. I love just putting things out there and helping you plan a trip. And when I see other explorers out in the wild, when you stop me and say hello, like, it honestly makes my day. So don't ever think you're bothering me. You're not bothering me. Like, if you see me at the parks, please come and say hi. I love it. I love taking pictures with you. I love hearing your stories. Like, every explorer that has stopped me, like I've talked to about 5 of you today alone on the monorail, walking around and everything. So, like, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so, seriously, it really makes my day. I'm trying not to get emotional. And every explorer that has talked to me has said they bought our guide, and our guide just made their day so much easier. It just made everything more calm, because everything online is very chaotic and like, you have to do this, you must do this, you got to do this. If you that is stressful. Just like, take a deep breath. All will be okay. And I know, like, I know I'm selling you a guide. I know, I understand that. But we all have to do stuff so we can, move on with life. But I truly believe in our guidebooks, our Tokyo Disney Resort guide, and we just released our Universal Studios Japan guides. We have 2 of them. So we have 4 guides in total to help you plan your trip. Like, so seriously, like, and I know I talk about it all the time, but I truly believe in these guidebooks. Go and get them. You will not regret it. So much information all in one convenient spot. You don't have to go all over the place looking for things and whatnot. It's all there for you. Seriously, my team and I, we pour our heart and souls into these books because I want you to have the best time. Because I love these parks. I love Tokyo Disney. I love Universal so much. And things work so differently here. They really do. So I don't want you to be unprepared, okay? 9 times out of 10, when people don't have a good time here, it's because they weren't prepared. Got to prepare. Can't just show up. Even if you are an expert at Disneyland, California, or Walt Disney World in Florida, or even Disneyland Paris, all that information that you know, all that experience, throw most of it out, okay? It doesn't apply here. All right, explorers, thank you so much, and I'll see you, I guess, at Star Wars Celebration. Bye. I'm gonna enjoy the gardens here. Look at that. Beautiful.